Have you ever promised yourself, "This is the last time I do this"? Maybe it's scrolling your phone too much before sleep. Maybe it's procrastinating again and again even when you know you should start. Maybe it's eating junk food, wasting time, or delaying important work. At that moment, you feel serious. You feel motivated. You feel like tomorrow will be different. But then a few hours or days later, you find yourself doing the exact same thing again. And then you start questioning yourself. Why can't I change? Why do I keep repeating this? But the truth is it's not about willpower. Most people think discipline is the answer. But habits are not controlled by motivation alone. They are controlled by patterns in your brain. And once you understand those patterns, everything changes. In this video, you will learn 5 simple ways to break bad habits and take back control of your behavior. Every habit starts with a trigger. A trigger is something that reminds your brain to start the habit. For example, if your phone is next to you while studying, you will check it without thinking, not because you decided to, but because it is right there. So the first step is simple. Change your environment. Put your phone in another room. Turn off notifications that are not important. Remove apps that constantly pull your attention, because when the trigger disappears, the habit loses its starting point. You are not fighting willpower anymore. You are removing temptation itself, and that makes everything easier. You cannot simply remove a habit and expect nothing to replace it, because your brain does not like emptiness. It always wants something to do. So if you remove a bad habit, you must replace it with a better one. For example, instead of scrolling social media when bored, you can walk for a few minutes, drink water, listen to music, or do a very small productive task. Even simple actions matter, because if you don't replace the habit, your brain will automatically bring the old one back. Not because you failed, but because the system is still active. Bad habits survive because they are easy. One click, one tap, no effort. That's all it takes. So you need to increase friction. Make the habit slightly harder to start. For example, log out of apps every time. Remove shortcuts from your home screen. Keep junk food out of reach or out of the house. Even small delays matter, because in that short delay, your brain gets a moment to pause and ask, do I really need this right now? And very often the urge disappears, not because it was strong, but because it was automatic. Most people fail because they try to change everything at once. They say things like, I will never do this again. I will completely change starting today. But this creates pressure, and pressure makes habits harder to maintain. Instead, start small. If you study 0 minutes a day, start with just 10 minutes. If you scroll for 3 hours, reduce it to 2 hours. If you want to read more, start with just 1 page. Small actions feel easy, and easy actions are repeatable. And repetition is what builds habits. Not motivation, not pressure, just consistency. Your brain repeats what feels rewarding. That is how habits are formed in the first place. So if you want to build better habits, you must reward them too. For example, after studying, take a short break. After finishing work, allow yourself to relax. After a productive day, do something you enjoy. This is not being lazy. This is training your brain. You are teaching it. Good behavior also feels good. And over time, your brain will start choosing better actions automatically, because it now associates them with reward. Bad habits are not destroyed by force. They are replaced by systems. Remove triggers. Replace habits. Make them harder. Start small. Reward progress. You don't need perfect discipline. You just need better structure, because your habits are not your identity, but they do shape your life every single day. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more simple psychology explained.